Good morning, students. I hope you have understood the half chapter, and today I am going to start the first chapter from the Bible and main teachings of Jesus that was left on that day. First of all, I like to tell you what is a Bible. Bible is the holy book of Christians, and it is divided into two parts: Old Testament and the New Testament. You can see here the Bible is divided into two parts: Old Testament and New Testament. First of all, I would like to define the Old Testament. Old Testament, it consists 39 books. You can also see 39 chapters. In this book, 39 chapters are there, and these chapters give us a knowledge about the religious beliefs of Jesus Christ. And its first 10 chapters are related to the birth of Jesus. Old Testament, and second is New Testament. It consists 27 books, means 27 chapters, and these chapters give us a knowledge about the life story and the teachings of Jesus Christ. As next heading is the teachings of Jesus. The teachings of the Jesus were very simple, but these were unique. I am going to explain the teachings of Jesus. The first one is to help others. Second is to love one another. Third is to forgive those who harmed you. Next is being humble and serving others. Next is infinite love of God, means boundless love for God. We should have boundless love for God. And next is love your neighbors as you love yourself. The teachings are very simple. I hope you all have understood these teachings. Next is decline of Roman Empire. In the starting we have done the medieval time of Europe. At the time the Roman Empire was there and it was declining. How it was declined, I am going to explain in this point. Roman Empire, it was declined near about 200 AD. The Roman Empire was declined near about 200 AD. Who was there at the time? That is the name of the ruler who was there. The name of the ruler was Diocletian. He split the Roman Empire into two parts. Which two parts? Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. The Eastern Roman Empire was ruled by him, and in the Western Roman Empire it was ruled by the Maximian. That is the name of the ruler who was ruled in the Western Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was divided into two parts: Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. Okay, these are the name of the rulers, those who were ruling in these areas. Diocletian was ruled in Eastern Roman Empire. Maximian, he was ruled in Western Roman Empire. First of all, see how the Western Roman Empire was declined. It was declined by the attacks of barbarians. And within the 100 years, the Western Roman Empire was declined. Here I am going to tell you who were the barbarians. They were the people who lived outside the Roman Empire. Underline this point. They lived outside the Roman Empire and they had different culture than the Romans, and they lived in the communities, means they lived in the different groups, and their groups also had names like Goths, Huns, Franks, etc. And they troubled the Romans and they attacked on the Western Roman Empire, and after their invasions, after their troubles, the Western Roman Empire was declined. And the Eastern Roman Empire was also declined, and the new rulers who came in the Eastern Roman Empire and the empire which came in the Eastern Roman Empire, that was the Byzantine Empire, and this empire was the successor of the Eastern Roman Empire, and the Byzantine Empire lasted for 1000 years. Students, clear how the Roman Empire was declined? Next is, who was the founder of the Byzantine Empire? The name of that ruler was Constantine, and he was the founder of the Byzantine Empire. And what changes who he had brought in the Roman Empire? First is, he legalized the Christianity. Before the Byzantine Empire, the Christianity was not legal. Many people were there, many rulers were there who were against the Christianity. We had read already how the rulers of Roman were crucified Jesus because they were the Christianity. But during the Byzantine Empire, the Christianity was legalized. And second thing he did, he himself converted into Christianity. He also adopted the Christianity and he gave money to rebuild many churches. During his time, churches were also built. And the last, he also moved the capital of the Roman Empire. Now he made his own capital. He made his new capital, that was in the city of Byzantium, and which he renamed as the city of Constantinople, as his name was Constantine, and so that's why he gave it this name. He changed his capital in 330 AD. Next point is emergence of Turks and Crusades. First of all, I like to define the meaning of Crusades. These were the wars, these were the expeditions which were made by the Europeans. European means the people who were living during the Roman empires, in the Eastern Roman Empire and in the Western Roman Empire. So these were the wars which were made by the Europeans against the Muslims. And what the Muslim did at that time, they occupied the holy land of the Christians. So that's why the Christians made series of wars against the Muslims when in the 11th, 12th and the 13th century. So crusades were the wars, series of the wars which were made by the Europeans against the Muslims for what? To recover their holy land in the 11th, 12th and the 13th century. Students, clear the meaning of crusades. And next is what happened in the 11th century. In the 11th century, the Muslims controlled the holy land of Christians. The Muslims controlled the holy land of the Christians, and they also attacked the Byzantine Empire that was there at the time, and there was the war between there was the battle between the Turks and the Christians, and the name of that battle was Manzikert, and in this battle the Turks defeated the Byzantine. And what happened after this? The Christians feel that their religion is in danger. They felt that their religion now in danger, so that's why they also, the Byzantine Empire asked for the help from the Western Europe, from the Western Roman Empire, because Byzantine Empire was in Eastern Roman Empire. Now they also asked the help from the Western Europe. For what? To fight against the Turks, to fight against the Muslims who occupied their areas. And during 1095, the Pope Urban, he was the leader of Christians, he was the Pope of Christians, and he urged the Christians for what? To fight against the Muslims, to involved in the crusades against the Muslims. There were 9 crusades. There were 9 crusades against the Turks, against the Muslims. And what happened in these crusades? In the first 2 crusades, Christians got victory, and they able to capture their holy land and the Palestine, which were captured by the Muslims. But what happened in the 7 later crusades? What happened? None of the 7 later crusades matched with this success. Means in the further 7 crusades, the Christians failed to win the holy land. Means they did not able to win the holy land, and these areas were captured by the Muslims. And means in the starting they got victory, but in the last wars they defeated by the Muslims. But during these wars they learnt many things from the Europeans. They learned about their culture, about their art, and about the science and food. Next is monasteries and their impact. First of all, I am going to define the meaning of monasteries. What were the monasteries? Monasteries were the place where the monks and the nuns lived. Monks and the nuns, they were the people who adopted the Christianity, and they started to spend their life in the monasteries. And what they do by living in the monasteries, they performed their daily prayers and they worship the God by living in these monasteries. who was the head of the abbot at the time? The head of the monasteries was abbot. The head of the monasteries was abbot. In the starting, the monks and nuns, they just lived in the monasteries and they just ate food in the refectories, but slowly they started to do other works, like they cared for sick, gave food and shelter to the travelers, copied out books and started to do painting also, and they also kept the records of the herbs and became medical experts. Means they started to do other things also to serve the people. Here our last point is friars. They were the travelers, they were the preachers. They didn't live in the monasteries. They traveled in the other countries for what? To spread Christianity. For the preaching of Christianity, they moved from one country to another or to the other parts of the country. Student, my topic is over. I hope you have understood this chapter. Thank you.